Who is it?
It's Simone, Aunt Irma. Your niece Eve's daughter?
Who?
It's Simone. Simone Russell. Eve's girl, do you remember me?
Of course I remember you. I'm not senile. You're the youngest child, aren't you?
Yes, I am. So how are you doing?
Fine when folks leave me alone. What do you want?
I came to wish you a happy birthday.
How'd you know it was my birthday?
Well, my mom keeps a calendar with everybody's birthday listed on it. It is today, isn't it?
As a matter of fact, it is. Didn't think anybody'd remember it, though. Let alone bring me a present.
Well, nobody should be alone on their birthday. Happy birthday, Aunt Irma.
How's Ethan? Has his condition changed at all?
I'm afraid not. In fact,
What? What's going on?
Gwen has decided she's going to remove Ethan from life support.
Oh, God, no.
She's with Ivy and Sam and the rest of the family right now, telling them what she's going to do. And she's going to respect Ethan's wishes and let him go.
Poor Gwen. My God, poor Ethan.
Ethan.
Sam, please, you can't do what Gwen wants you to do.
Teresa, I am sorry, but Ethan left specific instructions. Now I have to support Gwen's decision to do what Ethan wanted. Take him off life support.
I know how horrible this is for you. This is horrible for all of us. Even to just have to think about letting Ethan go. He's your son. He's my husband.
You're killing your husband, Gwen. She's killing your son.
Teresa, listen, you're making things harder than they already are.
You shouldn't be here, Teresa. My son is no concern of yours.
I can't even imagine how Gwen has the strength to do this.
Yeah, neither can I. I know she loves Ethan with all her heart, but if it were me, I wouldn't want to be kept alive under those circumstances.
Sam, please. You are Ethan's father. You cannot let Gwen do this. Get out of here, Teresa. You do not belong here.
I love Ethan, Ivy. And I'm the only one who loves him enough to keep him alive.
How dare you? You don't know my son. And if you truly loved him, you wouldn't be going on like some crazy woman, upsetting his family even more than we already are.
I'm not upsetting his family, Ivy. She's the one who's trying to kill him.
No, you're the one who's killing him. You're the one who put poison in that food. If anyone is killing Ethan, it's you. So don't you dare say anything to my mother, or to Sam, or to Ethan's wife. The only reason Ethan is dying is because of you.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Zane.
Hope I'm not interrupting.
No, come on in. Did you leave James in the daycare center?
He's having a great time.
Listen, I want to stay. I need to spend some time with Ethan.
I understand if you want some time alone with him. But if you need somebody to lean on, I'll be here.
Thank you. I don't think I can do this alone. I need to say goodbye to someone else that I love very dearly.
Go. Go. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Eve.
My mother told you to get out, Teresa. Why aren't you gone?
Fancy, you haven't been around for years. You have no idea what's been going on.
I know that Ethan's wife and his mother and father are having to do the most difficult thing they've ever had to do. And you're making it that much more difficult.
Can't you see how much pain you're causing? Or do you just not care? I care about Ethan, Ivy. He is the only one that I care about.
How dare you? Since when does the attempted murderer have the right to say anything about what happens to her victim?
It was an accident. I told you it was an accident. I never meant for him to eat that poison guacamole.
Right. You were trying to kill my grandfather instead. You tried to smother him to death, and when that didn't work, you put poison in the guacamole. You're a cold-blooded killer.
Fancy, don't let her get to you like this, all right?
No, we are losing our brother because of this bitch.
You just need to get out. Go home, Teresa.
Teresa, I think it's best if you leave.
Yeah, you're not helping things here.
You're gonna kill the man that I love.
Oh, God. Teresa! I am sick of your insane proclamations of love. You know, you have done nothing but ruin my son's life since the day you started stalking him. He lost his first child because you pushed Gwen and she miscarried. She can't have any more children because of you. You know, you have done so many insane criminal things all in the name of loving Ethan. Would you just get out?
Teresa, hey, let me walk you out, all right?
No, I can't leave, not until I get them to see how wrong this is.
Teresa, please, go.
I know how hard this is for you.
No, I got your message to come here. What's wrong?
I thought your sister might need you. Paloma, can you take her somewhere away from here?
No, please, I can't leave.
You have to. I'm sorry.
Oh, this is nice, Simone. A book on African-American history.
So you like it?
Oh, yes. Looking through these pictures reminds me of the old days.
I thought it might. See, my mother never talks about her childhood or where she grew up, and I've always been curious.
Oh, things were different back then. Of course, by the time your mama came along, things were some better. But when I was a girl, things were pretty bad. We lived in the South, and people of color weren't treated very well then.
I learned about the civil rights movement in school. Didn't that help?
When it finally came, it helped some. At least we got to go to school closer to home instead of the little shack on the outskirts of town. Some kids had to walk for miles just to get to that little colored school.
It must have been awful.
It was. I remember when I was a girl, I was playing in the park by myself while my mama cleaned the house across the street. And this little white girl came along, and we started to play, and we were having a good time together, too. I thought we were making friends, and her family's maid came to get her, and she frowned and told her she wasn't supposed to be playing with me.
You mean because you were black and she was white?
That's right. Funny thing about it, the maid was black just like me. I just didn't get it.
I still don't get that kind of prejudice. But I can't believe people were that way back then.
Oh, yes. And it was hard being thirsty and trying to find a fountain for colors only, or a bathroom, because we couldn't use white folks' bathrooms. Maybe that's why I'm such a bitter old lady, huh?
You don't seem that bitter to me.
You don't think I'm a mean old hag?
No, I don't. Okay, you did scare me a little bit when I first came.
I'm sorry, honey. This is the best birthday I've ever had. I'm glad you came.
This is so unfair. Why did that horrible woman have to come into Ethan's life?
One way or another, she's gonna pay for this.
I think the important thing is that we just move forward with what Ethan would have wanted.
Yeah. I don't think we should drag this out. But you won't have to do this alone. Okay? We'll be there with you.
Noah, Fancy, do you want to come with us?
I don't think I could stand to be there, Mother.
It hurts too much.
I know.
I want to see Teresa punished for this. I hate her.
I know how you feel, all right? But, I mean, I know Teresa's family, and they're good people.
Good people? How can you say that?
Look, Pilar is a good woman, all right? And I looked up to Luis as a kid. And look how much Sheridan loved him.
Maybe Luis is a great guy, but please don't tell me you can forgive Teresa for taking Ethan away from us. For taking my mother's son, your father's son. Tell me you hate Teresa as much as I do. You do hate her, don't you, Noah?
Teresa, I know how painful this is for you. I know you have loved Ethan for a long time.
It's my fault he's going to die.
No. No, don't say that.
No, it's true. I've killed the man that I love.
Teresa, don't blame yourself. Mama told me it was an accident.
It was an accident. It was a horrible accident, but that's not going to make Gwen keep him alive. He's just as dead as if I had done it deliberately.
Chiquita, I'm so sorry.
I want to die too.
No, you don't.
No, I really do.
Teresa, how can you talk that way? You have children who need you. You have a family, and we all love you. And God loves you.
I sometimes wonder if God loves me after everything that I've done.
Of course he does. Teresa, you're scaring me with this talk. Look, I have to go to work. I got a job at the book cafe, and I have to be there soon. Why don't you come with me?
Oh, no, that's okay. I kind of want to be by myself right now, you know?
Are you sure? You won't do anything crazy?
No, I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Just, you know, just need to be alone.
Okay, está bien. But you know where I'll be if you need me.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye.
I failed you. Ethan, I'm sorry.
Are you all right? Is there anything I can do?
You are my passion for life.
Well, my stars, will you look at that dress? Now, see, that's something you'd wear if you were stepping out to a dance hall, I mean. Ooh, the music was hot, and so were we.
I wish I could see a picture of you when you were my age.
Oh, I wasn't near as pretty as you are. You must have lots of boys after you.
Do you really think I'm pretty?
Of course I do. Don't your mom and daddy tell you how pretty you are?
Not really. Whitney is their focus most of the time, and she's the pretty one.
Well, I think you are prettier, so there.
Thank you. I'm so glad I came today. I've been thinking a lot about you and how you're alone most of the time.
Well, that's real considerate of you, honey. I'm glad you came.
And it's so interesting for me to hear how you were when you were young, the hardships you had to go through.
Well, I'm just glad that you don't have to go through it, feeling like you're not as good as other folks, feeling different.
Feeling discriminated against.
Just be glad you're living in a different time.
I'm living in a different time, but I still feel discriminated against, like I don't fit in.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, why? This is the 21st century. You don't have to go through any of the things that I did.
I'm not talking about being black on Irma.
I'm different in another way.
Another way? I don't understand.
I'm gay, Aunt Irma.
You what? Gay?
I'm a lesbian. I'd rather be with women than men.
I know what a damn lesbian is. I just can't believe you one of them.
I can't stand to see Ethan like this. You didn't know Ethan, but this is not him. He's the most wonderfully vibrant person. It's full of life and laughter. Such a big heart. And to think that he'll never be that way ever again. I don't know how Gwen is going to do it, but she has no other choice.
You seem to be very devoted to her.
Yes, he loves her so much. And I was so happy when he married the girl that he loved since they were kids.
This will be a very bad time for her.
I don't know how she's going to do it. Gwen and I were close friends when she was just dating Ethan. I used to talk about the men we were going to marry, the children we were going to have. Ethan was the only man she ever loved. Now she's going to lose him just like I lost Luis.
But you'll be losing a loved one, too.
Yeah. Ethan was the only one other than Luis that I could turn to whenever I had a problem. I'm going to miss him so much.
I know you will.
Why does life have to be so hard? Why does love never last? Why is it always taken away and you never get it back?
Not always, Chardon. Sometimes you do find love again.
Oh, come in. Come in, Sam. Please have a seat. Have a seat, won't you? So I assume that you've all discussed this and you've come to the agreement to take Ethan off life support.
Yes. We talked about it.
And we know that Gwen is doing what Ethan wanted to do.
And we want to do what our son wanted to.
And we want Gwen to know that she's not alone in this, that we support her completely.
Yes.
I can only imagine how awful this is for you, and I'm so, so sorry.
Thank you. Look, Eve, I have just one question.
Of course, Sam.
Eve, are you absolutely sure? Are you absolutely positive in your mind that the tests were conclusive? That Ethan can't come back from the coma?
Eve, we really need to hear this from you. I mean, if we're gonna do this, we have to be sure that there's no hope of Ethan ever coming back to us.
Or is there any hope at all?
Why don't you answer me? Why don't you tell me you hate Teresa as much as I do?
I can't tell you that.
You can't. Why not?
Look. So Teresa did a horrible thing, right? But she's suffering as much as everyone else because of it. I have to think that she was driven to do it.
Driven by her insanity?
I mean, she is married to Alistair Crane. He had to have made her life a living hell, Fancy. You know the cruelty he's capable of.
The grandfather I know is not the ogre everyone seems to think he is. He's been kind and loving to me.
Always.
Well, he did give me a hard time about my seeing you. But my God, you're saying he drove Teresa to try to commit murder.
I think it's possible. I mean, she obviously couldn't bear to be married to him, so she resorted to drastic, desperate action.
Teresa is a murderer, Noah. How can you defend her?
Look, I've been on the bad side of Alistair myself, remember? Or look at your own grandmother. She was so terrified of Alistair that she went and lived in hiding for years. I mean, life with him must have been a living hell for her to have done that.
Maybe it was, and I hate to think about what went on between my grandparents, but at least she didn't try to murder him.
Okay, look, I'm not saying that what Teresa did was right, obviously. I'm just saying we have to look at the reason behind it.
I don't have to look at anything. Because of Teresa, Ethan is dying. She killed our half-brother. How can you not hate her?
What did you say?
I ask if you're all right, if there's anything I can do for you.
I'm sorry. I hope I didn't disturb you.
You didn't disturb me, but I can see that you're in pain. A great deal of pain.
I'm going through a very difficult time right now.
Yes, I can see the suffering in your eyes. Suffering I recognize. Pain I can identify with.
Really? I'm very sorry for anyone who's ever felt what I'm feeling right now.
Things happen in life. Unexpected things that have tragic consequences. I can see that's what's happened to you.
I'm responsible for the death of the man that I love.
Are you? Or do you only feel responsible?
No, he's going to die because of something I did, some crazy thing that I did.
But I sense you didn't do it deliberately.
It was a stupid mistake. And I was desperate, and I just didn't know what else to do.
You felt backed into a corner.
How did you know?
Let's just say I've been where you are. I know more about your predicament than you might think. I know how it feels to be so desperate that you think you have no choice but to commit a desperate act.
That's exactly how I felt. I'm trapped in a horrible marriage to a man I despise. I'm his prisoner. And I just couldn't think of any way out.
I understand. You're married to Alistair Crane.
How did you know that? Do you know Alistair? Thank you so much for being here for me.
As long as you need me.
I'm sorry I'm such a mess.
Don't be. You're losing somebody you love, and so soon after losing Luis. You can't give up, Sheridan. Luis wouldn't want you to give up. You've lost Luis, and I've lost Maureen. But through these great losses, we found each other.
Yes, we did.
You know I'm in love with you, Sheridan. And I want to move on with my life. With you.
We need to know for sure, Eve. If there's no hope that Ethan's situation could change.
Oh, Sam, we've done as possible. And most of those tests we've done more than once. And there's no sign of Ethan's situation changing. And I'm so sorry.
Then you're positive that his coma is irreversible.
All the experts that I've talked to say it's irreversible. I so wish I could offer you some hope.
We know you do.
I have a copy of your signed consent. So we can go ahead with this now, or we can wait if you need more time to get a handle on this. We can wait, and Ethan won't suffer any if we wait.
Why did Ethan have to be so practical? If he hadn't thought so much about the future, he never would have signed a living will. And I wish he had, and I wish he never would have told me how he felt about being kept alive in this situation. I wish he never told me.
I know what you mean. We wouldn't be in this horrible position if if we didn't know how Ethan felt.
No, we would keep him alive and we would hope for the best.
But he wouldn't be with us. Not the Ethan we know and love.
I know that. You know, when we spoke about this, he told me I shouldn't get upset, I shouldn't worry, I shouldn't even think about it because it would never happen. He just wanted to be prepared just in case. I never thought that I would have to make a decision like this.
Should we go ahead then? Or should we wait?
No. It'll never get any easier. We should do this now.
Sam's right. We're here. We should do what Ethan wanted.
How can you make excuses for that little piece of trash? Teresa tried to murder my grandfather, but she screwed up and poisoned Ethan instead. I don't know why she hasn't been arrested.
Yeah, I'm sure once Gwen gets through this whole ordeal, she'll think about pressing charges. But of course, Alistair will use his influence to keep his wife out of jail. If for no other reason, just so that he can keep on torturing her.
My God, you make him sound like the devil himself.
There's a lot of people in this town who think just that, Fancy.
Well, I don't believe it. And right now, I'd better get to my office or my grandfather will be calling to see where I am.
Great. I have to go to work, too. Hey, okay. Let's not leave each other like this.
Like what?
Fighting about Teresa and your grandfather. Fancy, I don't want to fight with you, okay? I want to love you.
Well, I don't want to fight either. We made a pact that we'd never let anything come between us. I don't want to see Teresa destroy what we have.
There's no way she could do that.
I don't know. I've heard about how destructive she can be. I can see how devastated Sheridan is about Luis and Gwen is about Ethan. I don't want to see us torn apart by my grandfather or Teresa or anyone else.
It's not gonna happen.
Promise me. Promise me that Teresa won't come between us.
I promise.
How did you know that I was married to Alistair?
I saw your wedding picture in the papers. Alistair's a very famous man. It would be hard to keep his wedding a secret.
I still can't believe I thought I could be married to him. He's a monster. He's made my life hell.
I can imagine.
No, I don't think anyone can imagine what I've been going through. That's why I did what I did. Because all I could do was think about being free of him, so I wanted him dead.
I can see that you felt it was your only choice.
I did. I was desperate. And I tried to kill him. I guess that makes me just as much a monster as he is.
Sometimes the monster destroys. Other times, the monster creates another monster.
And that's exactly what happened. I'm the monster who put the man that I love in a coma. And they say that he's not going to come out of it. They're going to take him off life support. He's going to die, and there's nothing that I can do to stop it.
A woman who did what you did is a strong woman. Strong enough to stop something from happening if you don't want it to happen.
I tried. I can't.
Yes, you can, Teresa. You can take things into your own hands. You can remove obstacles.
Remove obstacles? Do you think...
What's the matter with you, girl? Don't you know what you're doing is a sin? It's unnatural.
I thought that you would understand, Aunt Irma, after the way that you were discriminated against.
Understand? Well, I sure in hell don't understand. My own great niece. How can you be one of them?
It's not something that I chose, Aunt Irma. It's just the way I am.
Well, I don't want you here. I don't want nothing to do with you. You're just like your mama, who's nothing but a whore. And your Aunt Liz, who's meaner than a rattlesnake. Two evil sisters, and you just like them. Your sister had a brother's baby, and now you a lesbian. Ain't this a blip? The whole family's sick. Just get out of here. I don't even want you in here. Here, take this damn book with you. And don't come back, you hear me? Crazy bunch of sickos.
Nobody wants me. Nobody understands.
Is it possible? Could I really save Ethan? God? If you haven't given up on me, please send me a sign.
Teresa?
Noah.
You feeling any better?
No. They're still gonna take Ethan off life support. Everyone blames me. I blame myself. I deserve to be hated by everyone.
I don't hate you, Teresa. See, people are just in a lot of pain right now, you know? My dad, Ivy, Gwen, even Fancy. You know, they're just lashing out, and they can't see that you're in pain, too.
I never meant to hurt him. I love Ethan. I was just trying to be rid of Alistair. You know, I was stupid to marry him. I was stupid to think that he would ever help me get my daughter and Ethan back. He just wouldn't let me go. You know, he was gonna torture me forever. So I had to do something, even if it was evil. I guess that just makes me evil.
Look, now, I don't agree with what you did, but I understand it. And you are not evil.
You really understand how I feel?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, Noah.
Simone! Hey, what's wrong? What happened?
I'm a freak. Nobody in my family wants me. Nobody understands me. They treat me like an outcast.
Simone, I'm so sorry. You know, I don't feel that way. I don't care if you're gay. You're my friend, and I'm here for you.
You just might be the only one.
I know you think I'm rushing you. And I know how much you loved Luis and how heartbroken you were when he died, just like I was when Maureen died. But this is more than a rebound reaction to my loss. I've fallen in love with you.
Chris, I just think that it's too soon. You're still grieving the loss of your wife. You're grateful that I've taken care of James. I'm just a substitute for Maureen right now.
No, you're not a substitute. I know how I feel about you. Please let me do what Antonio did for you before and help you heal. Let me in your life, please, Sheridan.
Sheridan? Is it time? Yeah, it's time. Are you gonna take him off life support? We're gonna let him go.
Miss Crane, your mother called. She left a message for you on your voicemail.
All right, thank you. Oh, Ethan. I wish we'd been closer. I admired you so much. I looked up to you and I wanted to be as strong and as smart as you. And I wished I could have made my mother love me as much as she loved you. I wish we could have spent more time together. I do love you, Noah. Please don't let anything come between us. I don't want to lose you.
You really understand how I feel.
Look, I know that you love Ethan, all right? And I know that you didn't intend to poison him. And anyone who knows Alistair Crane understands why you did what you did.
Yeah, but it was still wrong because look what's happened to Ethan. Gwen has every right to blame me.
She's going through a horrible time too, Teresa. I mean, look, I know that Gwen doesn't want to let Ethan go, but she is his wife. You know, she has to do what he wanted.
No, he is still alive, Noah. And as long as he's alive, there is hope. They will find a cure, or he could come out of this coma all by himself.
Teresa, the doctors say that there's no hope, all right? There's nothing that you can do that's going to stop what's going to happen.
No, I'm going to find a way to stop it. I think I can. Noah. But I need you to help me.
Help you? But how?
I'm going to kidnap Ethan.
What?
I can do this. I can take him out of the hospital, away from Gwen. I can stop Gwen from killing him, but I need you to help me. Will you help me kidnap Ethan?
Valerie sounds like she could be trouble.
She's in and I'm out all of a sudden.
Don't tell Chad, but I think you and I make one hell of a team.
Well, don't tell Kate, but I think you're probably right.
Whatever